somebody walking through my land. Get off my land! Right, so this is the Romboz Road. This is by JM Gaming, 194.59 megabyte on the download. And it says, welcome to the Romboz Road. You are in France, in the breeding region of the Comtois horse, but also in the area where the famous cheese La Comte is produced. Oh, French cheese, very nice. Now, what are we talking about from a slot count perspective? If you come on here on Farm Manager and start from scratch, you will use 624 slots. Now, if you come on here on New Farmer, you're going to use 967. Now, some of that is the equipment, obviously, because you don't have any equipment on the other two game modes. But also, you don't have these buildings here. And there's a few buildings down the road that you don't have either. So just bear that in mind. You do have this open land that you can buy and place down whatever you like. But obviously, there's no buildings there. So just keep that in mind. So what do we start with? So if we go into the map like that, obviously I'm on New Farmer, so we'll click it in like that. So you start off with field 40, field 35, this big area here that actually looks like a field as well, and a couple of grass pastures, which is very nice. That's quite a decent bit of land to start with. Now, if you're wanting to come on New Farmer, come on Farm Manager and start from scratch, obviously there is different areas that you can buy. There's different areas of forestry if you want to buy that there. That's like, what, 500,000 to buy. And there's a couple of cheaper fields. Come down here, it's like 249 grand. Bit of forestry over here. I mean, like the cheaper fields are up the top here, like field 130 grand. So they do sort of vary and go up in prices. Now, there is 3 other areas, if you don't come on New Farm, that you can buy to build a little bit of a start farm for you. You could have got that one there, 61 grand. You've got that one there, 49. And then you got this one here, 138. Now, obviously, there's no buildings there. It is just an open patch of land. So if you wanted to build your own, jobs are good in. Very nice. Now, what are we talking about that we can sell in the shop? Now, there is a couple of things that's a bit random, I must admit, because you come down and there's nothing to sell your wool at. No shops, you know, whatever. That means there's no spinnery either. Now, if we carry on going down, it does get a little strange as we get further down the list, because you come down to the grass. Now, we've gone past the grass, haven't we? Oh dear, gone too far. So grass and hay, nowhere to sell that, but straw is okay. But what does make it strange, if you come down to the fertilizer section, so liquid fertilizer you can't sell, but solid fertilizer you can. Alright, don't understand the thinking behind that, but carry on. And also you can't sell manure or slurry or digestate. There's a couple of other things, you know, herbicide and lime you don't normally sell either. That's like standard. And you can't sell stones. There's no debris crusher. So you may have to place one of those down if you're getting a load of stones off your field. Alright, we'll carry on. So, we'll go back up to the map, in this area here as a new farmer. So you start off in the bit of woods by your farm, to be fair, on all 3 game modes. So we'll come over there, just somebody walking through my land. Get off my land! that's a farmer joke, that is. Oh, she got a wait there, just in the middle of nowhere. We got a 2,000 litre tank of herbicide there, that's alright. Then you got your sleep trigger there. And then we'll come around here and we've got the workshop wardrobe trigger, and you got our pickup. Now that's just reminded me, I haven't gone through what we actually own. So we'll go through it now. So we've got under small tractors, we've got the Class Arian 610. We're under medium tractors, the Class Axion 800. Under large tractors, the Class Axion 960 and the 920. This looks like a class farm, to be fair. Under harvesters, we've got the Class Trion 720. Under crop protection, we've got the Burnt Hound Bruin 4200. Under wheel loaders, we've got the Class Torian 1511. Under cars, we've got the Lizard Pickup 1986. And we'll come down to the trailers. We've got the Agroliner MUK 303. Under headers, we've got the Class Convio Flex 1080. Under corn headers, we've got the Class Corio 875 FC. Under ploughs, we've got the Cleveland PW100-12. Under cultivators, we've got my favourite, the Rosselmash K12200. Under seeders, we've got the Vaderstat Rapid A800S. Under planters, we've got the Vaderstat Tempo L16. Then we'll come down the slurry tanks, we've got the Zunhammer ULT24. Under animals, we've got the Silo King Trailed Line 4.0 Premium, because obviously everything's better with a premium name. Dear, oh dear. Then we've got the Anderson Pro Chop 150. Under animal transport, we've got the Flegel Noah TTW140. Under wheel loader tools, we've got the Maxi High Dump Bucket. Under header trailers, the Nardi N6035. Then under weights, we've got the Class W900. So that's a fairly decent amount of equipment, to be fair. And it's all class. Class as in class amount and also in name, which is very nice. So we come around here, got a bit of a shed on the go, so we'll open up that door like that. A lot of equipment in there, very nice. And we'll come back over, past some more of our equipment. We've got our farm diesel tank, so we'll hop up to that bit. 25,000 litres and it's full. Oh, that is nice. 25,000 litres, that's a tasty bit of change you've saved there. Obviously load into your vehicle there. Then we come over to the main farm silo, load in, load out like that. So we're going to carry on down the road. Now, just a thing to note, you got these pylons here. Now it will ask you to download the placeable power lines mod. So if you haven't even got that selected, it did give me a prompt on the Xbox to click it, highlight it, whatever you want to call it. If you don't, they're not there, which is basically that. Fair enough. But obviously the map makers put it in place, so to add to the whole aesthetic of the whole area, you need to have it in place. That's just me, why not? Now we've got the extra mod space on Xbox, and I think we'll just add it in. Now as we're coming down to the next area, which by the way is down to this bit here, you just see the landscape. That's ace. Big and open, rolling hills. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that is very nice. We turn that way, obviously going uphill. Yeah, scenery on this is ace. Right, so we're coming to this area. So round to the right first off is your water tank. Then next to that, there's another shed for you. We've then got an animal pen, so feed in there. It's a pigsty for you. So it's going to hold 108 pigs. And obviously down the other end is your slurry taking out point. Then we'll spin around there. And we've got a horse stable over here. So we'll click on that like that. 8 horses in there. We'll open up that one. Your food goes in. Now bearing in mind, you've got all these animal pastures down here. There's still a fairly decent bit of space. You could place something else down. Especially like some greenhouses or something along those lines. Yeah, no problem. This big area there, you could place something down quite easily. So you've got a cow barn. So your milk taking out point there. Your animal dialogue box there. So 45 cows. Then we'll open up that there. And your feed goes in. So we'll go through the other door. Like that. Turn to the left. And there's your slurry taken out point. Obviously, if you start on New Farmer, you have the main farm area up there. And this animal area down here as well. That's alright, that is. Right. We're now going to take a little trip up to here. Now what we got up here is some beehives on New Farmer that you already own, which is very nice. Obviously at the side of field 35. So you got 4 there. And then your pallet spawn point. I did just see it actually. Where's it gone? Ah, there we are. It's hiding amongst the undergrowth. Your pallet spawn point for your honey's there. You've got deck chair and tables in the woods there. Have a little picnic. Oh, if you go down to the woods today. Dear, oh dear. Now, one thing driving over. These fences are quite hard to see when you're driving at a bit of speed. And they do have collisions on. I mean, I did go straight over one in that tractor there, mind you. But just bear that in mind. You might get yourself all hooked up on that. Anyway, we'll move on. We're now going to come up to this area here. Right, so this is going to be the sell point for you. This is called the Grand Veau. Very nice. So you load your loose product into there. And then you bring your pallets over here. I mean, you can even, look at that, it's even got the pallet sign on the ground. I like that. I mean, you can even buy this area like that. It's gonna cost you 994 grand, mind you. If you've got this big area, you could place a load of production chains down, no problem. Yeah, I like that. Right, we're gonna move over to this bit. Because first up, you got a sell point. It's going to be your supermarket. So obviously, sell all your stuff there. There's another one in the middle there, actually. What's that called? We'll zoom in. That's called Mache. I'm not good with foreign languages. I'll be the first one to admit it. But there's another sell point there. There's another sell point there. Pallet one. Although I'll imagine that's going to be for Mache. Loose stuff on that one. Pallet on that one. I do like it when they put that pallet on. That gives you a hand. I mean, now I'm driving around with stuff wondering where to sell it all, but you know what I mean. Got a little bit of storage under here if you really needed to use it. And I don't own this land, you can still get in there. And we come over here, you got your workshop trigger, so pull your vehicle into the hatch marking area, hit the spanner. Then over here is a shop icon, but there's no shop. I mean, you can get into the menu like that from there, but where's the building? Alright, fair enough. Then we'll come over here. Got a diesel tank. Now this is a selling diesel tank, so you just pull your vehicle into the hatch marking area and then just buy whatever you need. Very nice. Right, we're gonna carry on down all the way down the bottom to this area here. Right, first up we got a sell point. So this one's going to be called Le Prelot, if that's how you pronounce it. So you'll load your loose stuff in there again, and then you'll sell your pallets over there. Then next to that we've got a bakery. So pallet spawn point there, loading in point there, and then around the back is your production chain menu. 50 grand. Then we'll carry on around, and we've got a dairy. Which I hope there would be a dairy, since it's a renowned place for making cheese. You can't make cheese without a dairy, so I'm glad that's there. So you load your stuff into there. Down the back here is your production chain. Like that, 70 grand. And we'll carry on going around. Have I missed the pallet spawn point? It's not showing up. I mean, that's normally around there. Then again, the ground does look like it's a little higher than normal on the building, so I'd imagine the pallet spawn point's there, unless they've hidden it somewhere else, which is always a good chance. Yeah, just seeing how that ground comes up like that, I'd imagine it's just being obscured by the ground. No, I hope that doesn't affect the pallets being spawned, mind you. Alright, time will tell. And then next bit here, you got your animal dealer. So click on that. Got the cow barn, horse barn, pigsty, or cow barn again. Come down, pick up your animals. I mean, you got the trailer as part of the starting farm equipment. That's alright, that is. Little barn in here. Very nice. Right, we're going to move over and up to the last area here. Right, you've got two production chains in this area. I mean, the first one is a carpentry. So you'll pull your vehicle there, hit your Selwood icon. Now that's a pallet spawn point there, but the production chain menu is there. 100 grand, Au Pré sawmill. It's miles away from the building. Alright. Wood chip taken out point there. And we'll come down here to what? That's strange, because that's carpentry building being used as a sawmill. Alright. All horses for their courses, or whatever the phrase is. Forgotten. Then you got the carpentry building here. 60 grand. Oh, we come around the wrong way. There you are. So you'll pull your vehicle in there with your wood on the back. Hit the sell wood icon. And then down here is your pallet spawn point. That is strange. We've got a carpentry building for a sawmill. Alright, we'll carry on. So if we go into this one, right, that, have a little flyover just so you can see how open the fields are, because they are quite big, which is great for someone like me that doesn't like small equipment, and which is great because there's no 3 meters in that start farm equipment. Brilliant. Love it when they do that. But it is a nice big open map. There's plenty of forestry as well, if you're into that sort of thing. Big patches of it. Buy it up, chop up some trees. I like this. I mean, there's a couple of things probably need an update, you know, a few of the triggers or building types or whatever, but that being said, I do like it. This is very nice. Right, so that's your map tour done for you. Drop it in the comments below. What are you thinking of doing? Are you going to smash out some fields, do a bit of forestry, or do a bit of husbandry with the animals? We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.